Okay, so we're just going to go over a little bit about estimation and rounding. So this is the first 2 pages of your worksheet. Step 1, it says determine the place value of the number you're rounding. And then step 2, use the place value after the number you're rounding to determine if it's going to go up and down. If the number after is 5 or higher, you're going to round up. If the value is 0 to 4, you're going to round down. Any number to the left of the number we're going to round will stay the same. Any number to the right of what we're rounding is going to turn to a 0. So let's take a look at this number over here. Round to the nearest 100. So we have 100, which is right here. I have 600. So anything to the left is going to stay the same. I'm going to keep 3, 7, 2, 4. And then this 6, if I take a look at the next number, it's a 3, right? So you're going to keep this a 6. And then these two numbers will turn into 0. These numbers over here are also going to turn into a 0, but because it's after the decimal place, we don't even have to write it down. So remember, 3,724,600 is the same thing as 724,600.00. So we don't really have to show all those zeros at the end. Next one, if I round to the nearest 1,000, that's right here, this 4, and so anything before is going to stay the same. We have to see if this 4 is going to stay the same or go up. So if I take a look at the next number, it's a 6. And so that means this 4 is going to get bumped to a 5. And that means I'm going to have 3 zeros after. Next one over here is a tenth. A tenth is one spot right after the decimal. So if I take a look at all the numbers on the left, it's going to copy down, stay the same. And then my next number is an 8. So that's going to bump my 0.1 up to a 0.2. And then once again, I don't have to show any of the extra numbers on this side because if it's a decimal if it's a 0 on the right side of the decimal, we just leave it. All right, let's take a look at the next page. So if I take a look at this page over here, then this one says round to the nearest 10. So you can see right here, we're rounding this number. So anything on the left is going to just get copied down. And then if I look at the next number, it's an 8. So it's going to bump me up to a 1. That 8's going to turn into a 0. And I don't need to show all these numbers. Okay, round to the nearest 100th. So that means this number right here. So I'm going to copy out all the numbers on this side. Point, and then this 5. So I have this 9. If I take a look at the next number, it's a 6. So this 6 is going to cause my 9 to go up, but I can't fit a 10 into this spot. I can't say 0.510. So what I have to do is actually grab both numbers. Instead of 59, it's going to turn into a 60. And I do have to keep this 0 here. So even though we've been dropping off other zeros on the right side of the decimal, since it asks for it to be to the 100th, we need this 0 right here. Okay, rounding practice over here. So round to the nearest 100,000, that is right here. And so if I round to the nearest 100,000, that's going to be copy the 8 down. The 5, next number is a 1, so 5 will stay the same. And all of these turn to zeros. All right, last example. To the nearest 10th, that's right here, this 9. So I'm going to copy down everything before it. And then if I take a look at the next number, it's an 8. So the 8's going to bump the 9 up, but once again, a 10 doesn't fit in that spot. So we're going to have to take that 1.9 and turn it into a 2.0. Once again, you do have a decimal place with a 0, but that's because it does ask for it to be rounded to the 10th. So I hope that made sense. If you need any help, make sure you just ask me, and then we can answer some of your questions. But that should be enough to get you started. All right, good luck.